Shinner froze. I'm really who the pinner shows. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticky up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands up, yeah, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I way up, and I'll go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I way up, and I'll go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Jones. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Saquon Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running right, here's McAllister. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Another run with McAllister. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Darnay Holmes, the one to bring him down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give to Elliott running left. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A give running left, McAllister. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give, McAllister with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys at 6-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Prescott. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Badgley on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Prescott.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Up the middle with Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action, Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and get on out and talk about it.
It's a pickup of 6. That brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
The give is to Elliott.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Elliott running right. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A handoff to McAllister, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
They run with Deuce McAllister. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one fielded at the 5. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Running right, here's McAllister. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he finds Howard complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. from the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and very short, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. First down, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And some room to maneuver. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Jones. He sets to fire deep. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 38 yards on the scamper there.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
This is McAllister, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running left. McAllister. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On the give, McAllister with it. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be dropped at the 30. And a shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only Barkley hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. On the carry, it's McAllister. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Another run with McAllister. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run here with McAllister. 4 yards, that gets them close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, Prescott here to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.